Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners 1st down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Purdy bootlegging it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side and then take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient, excellent job blocking, finds the gap and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
They go play action now. Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Wilson. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. It'll be a gain of 5, and now we've got a 3rd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 3rd and 4. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Like it's been this negative ways he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Purdy now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Gets around him. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Here's Jack Fox on to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production. It's coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun now with Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, but a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Right there.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. Now Wilson. And he coughed it up. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
On third down, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Purdy to throw it on first down. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's second down. Back to throw, Purdy. That is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Purdy will look to throw again here. He's got his target. That's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So we've hit halftime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now 2nd and 5. This is McCaffrey on the give. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Purdy. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing here, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Here's Charbonnet. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. They go play action with Wilson. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Wilson will throw again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That's complete right around the 8. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Throwing is Wilson. There's Hockenson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now it's Wilson. To Jefferson on the slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now Now it's Wilson. Complete to Addison on the out route. That one a first down pickup of 8. Throwing again here, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here comes second down and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is Phillips yet again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Wilson's and the throw here caught by Addison. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Wilson to throw. Able to get away. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing now is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And he will find his man, Samuel. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Purdy looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining. Boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd down. Now Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, what a catch by Samuel. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st down, it's Purdy. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Now Purdy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing is done.
So for